Louisiana Beer Reviews looks at Chafuncta Brewing Company of St. Tammany Parish, Louisiana. I'm looking at their Bayou Blaze. The Chafuncta River is a major river in that parish. Indian name. Okay, now they say on the website, proudly brewed in Louisiana. On the bottle it says, brewed and bottled by Lazy Magnolia Brewing Company of Kiln, Mississippi. Well. 5.5% alcohol. An Irish red ale. Look at your neon sign. Yeah, they were talking about Blaze Starr. Everything in Louisiana do not mean Blaze Starr and Earl Long. Alright, I bought this at the 504 beer store on US Highway 61, Tulane Avenue in New Orleans, Louisiana, darling. And I want to thank David Garlapede for telling me about this place. I never went there because I was like, I'm sure their prices are so high. And I was so wrong. And I bought so much beer. And I tasted so much beer over there at their tasting. This was $1.89 plus tax. A lot of stores will have it $1.99. I mean, yeah, it's going to be cheaper by the bottle. By the 6-pack. Okay, Irish red ale. Not a lot of people produce this style. It's not exactly popular. Maybe it's making a comeback. I think the Murphy's Red Ale is exemplary. I love that beer, but try finding it. They've been making it since 1856. It was formerly called Lady Wells Ale until 1983. This is cloudy. This is rust red. There's a thin bone-colored head on this beer. The lighting, I have those kind of dark shades, keeping the sunlight out, I'm trying to prevent all of my bottles from not getting faded, because a lot of them have been faded by really ambient light and had to throw them out. Rings on her fingers and bells on her shoes. I could tell just without asking she was into the blue. Okay. Killian's Irish Red Lager is pretty good too. Apparently in Europe it's a higher alcohol Irish Red Ale. Don't want to get into that whole deal with the Pelforth, Heineken Europe, the Lett family Coors. Okay, I ought to do a Killian's Double Down. Alright, well, Red Ale, I like it. I used to not like them, but I had to grow up to it. I'm serious. I'm not being like flip. I think I was not ready to deal with that style. It smells kind of fruity, kind of, I wanted to say mango, but I know that's not correct. It's malty, but you know, really, honestly, the aroma's not exactly bold. It's there. It's low profile, but it's nothing. There's nothing bad about it. Oh, I missed that Murphy's Red Ale. I guess when I'm the only one in Louisiana buying it, it just isn't going to make it. Not to mention Murphy's Irish Stout isn't exactly setting the world on fire in southeastern Louisiana, although I think it's better than Guinness, and my daughter agreed, but she was drinking it fresh on draft in Cork, Ireland 2 years ago. Oh well. Yeah, it's got those red malts, that tannic quality, that kind of fruitiness, but it's not overly fruity. Just think of like semi-sweet, fairly fairly or relatively dark roasted malts, which gives it the red appearance. Think of a medium body and more tannin. A generally crisp, easygoing, refreshing finish. Yeah, man, that Killian's, I've been neglecting that, but then, you know, what do? You trying different things. Let me try this, let me try that. I gotta try everything. Pretty sure this does not use an adjunct like Killian's, the American version, which has been brewed under license since 1981. Haven't been talking about the Cyclops scale, but I can't talk about everything in these videos. But the Cyclops scale, I really ought to just do videos with that only and not get into the other. But so it's kind of like you can do one or the other. Cyclops scale was developed to make beer reviewing easy. It's like 3 out of 5 sugar cubes, 2 out of 5 hop cones. And that's what this is. Whoa. Hey, if you see it, oh, and by the way, there's only 2 written reviews, 0 on Beer Advocate, 2 on Rate Beer. This is the first video review for this beer in the world, in the whole wide world. Oh yeah, their cream ale is great. But for $10.99 a 6-pack, I would just as soon buy Genesee for, well, I can't get Genesee, so, but we did have it here for about a year, 8 months, $4.69 a 6-pack. That was a deal. That was a deal. In the little stubby bottles. Yeah, this is an A beer. This is a most excellent product. It's not mind-blowing. It's not like, oh, I can't believe it. It's so great. But it is good. It's Murphy's Red Ale, Irish Red Ale from the Netherlands. This Irish Red Ale from Mississippi. I guess that one is a little more refined. After all, they've been doing that one since 1856. It's 5.2% alcohol. This one is a little rougher around the edges, but it has character. It's like, you know, Full Metal Jacket. But he's got guts, and guts is what counts. This has character, and character is what counts. So, a little bit of lacing. Yeah, A beer. I like it. I could really get caught up in red ales if they were available. I know the Michelob Red Ale was good, but that lasted about a week. Seems like it. When they tried to make Michelob a craft beer line, which were all good, very good, extremely competitively good, by the way. But the regular beer people wouldn't buy them because they were like, it'll be too bitter. You know, regular, you know, Bud Light people will say, it's going to be too bitter. I say, you ever tried other beers besides Bud Light? Well, no. Well, how do you know it's going to be too bitter? You know, and then they'll eat food that's bitter. You know, it's like, why do you have this like aversion to bitterness in a drink and you've not had it? And then you got the craft beer people that in 2010 were like, I'm not buying that Michelob craft beer, that crafty stuff. That's from a major company. It ain't craft beer. I ain't trying it. It's probably horrible. Actually, it was good. Their pale ale, their Martzen, their red ale, their I mean, it was a whole line. It was like fabulous, and it sold probably 2 cases. I mean, you know, I'm exaggerating, but aside from me and a few other people, no one bought it. You know, the whole Michelob line, aside from the Ultra, the whole Michelob line is dead in the water. It's terrible. It's a shame. The Centennial was dynamite. Yeah, in 1996. like, yeah, like can hang with the craft beers. I said it because it's true. Michelob Classic Dark. Yeah, I was drinking this for years. It could hang with the craft beers. Yeah, I said it. Yeah, because I've preached this sermon so many times, this homily. Look, okay, if the beer's good, if it's a little tiny company like this, doesn't even make their own stuff, or if it's the big empire with the Death Star and they're making all the beer and they're trying to crush everybody, if it's good, then you scored high. We don't let politics intrude on our reviews, folks. But anyway, Laissez les bon temps rouler, a most excellent product from Louisiana / Mississippi. And it's got the date, guys. Bottled, and it's a bottled on, not a Best Buy. Bottled on April 28th, 2016. Getting a little old, but at 5.5, it'll be fine. Y'all come on down to New Orleans!